Welcome to Friday Fun Day once again, boys and girls. We have a little bit of an interval Tuesday feel to this Friday Fun Day. You guys have a total of 9 rounds. The first 3 rounds, you guys are going to do a 4-meter run, 21 dumbbell thrusters, 50 for the guys, 35 for the ladies. Once you complete that 3rd round, you're going to take a 3-minute rest. You'll then take another 3 rounds. We're going to bring that run down to 300 meters. And we're going to bring down the volume to 15 dumbbell thrusters. You'll do 3 rounds through that. Once you complete that 3rd round, you'll take another 3-minute rest, and then you'll move into an additional 3 rounds of a 200-meter run and 9 dumbbell thrusters. All the same loading, 50 and 35. Overall, we're looking for you guys to fall somewhere around 25 minutes. That's going to be about the good overall average goal here today. Some of the faster times will probably creep in somewhere around that 20-minute time frame. If we're in a class setting, we're probably looking at somewhere around the 30-ish, maybe to a 35-minute time cap right in there. For the weight here today, we're looking for you guys to get most of these sets, these dumbbell thrusters, in about 2 sets, give or take a little bit there. If you guys are having to break up, especially in those earlier rounds of those 21s, into sets of 3, or especially 4, that's probably a little too heavy here today. You should, if I told you, hey, I need you to do the first 2, if not the first 3 rounds unbroken, you probably could if you really want to push it. But the fact of the matter is you're going to have some more work to do on the back end. You might want to break that up into about 2 sets. We're looking for you guys to finish the first 3 rounds in somewhere around that 7-minute window, give or take a little bit. This next one you guys are going to be looking at somewhere around that 6 minutes and then somewhere around that 5-minute time frame. So give or take a little bit throughout that, but overall the goal is to be somewhere around 25 minutes as a good general rule of thumb here today for this Friday Fun Day. Ready for your warm-up and your activation today. So we'll go through a 6-minute easy AMRAP. You guys are going to do 15 lateral hops over a dumbbell, just kind of getting some motion happening there, getting the calves warmed up for these runs. From there, you're going to move into 12 lunges with a twist. So you'll go down, kind of like a little quick little lizard stretch there, and you'll then twist. All right, you'll do 12 of those, 6 per side. From there, you're going to move into a 150-meter run. From there, you guys will move into 2 rounds. You'll do 10 seesaw presses. So Kale's got to go grab his other dumbbell. Fail. So the seesaw press, so we're going to be seated on the floor here today, just like a seesaw row. So one arm's going to be locked out, one arm's going to be in the bottom, and as we descend down with one dumbbell, the other dumbbell is going to be coming up at the same speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 per side, 10 total. From there, you're going to move into 10 goblet squats. You can do this with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. There's some type of weighted squat that's going to happen here. So hips are going to travel back and down. Take a little second pause at the bottom if you need to, and back to the top. So 10 reps, and then finish off with 5 inchworms. So feet together, keep the knees locked out, get a nice little stretch on the hamstrings and the calves to a push-up position, and walking the hands back in. And that is warm-up and activation. Pre-workout mobility. You guys got a little couch stretch. So you can use the wall like so. You can use the box. You can even do hurdler stretch if you don't want to use a wall or your box. You can scratch up your walls. So you're going to bring knees as close as you can, get a nice stretch in the quad and the hip flexor. You'll do that for 90 seconds per side. We have supine twist. So Kel's going to lay down on his back. From there, he's going to driving the knee to the outside. Keep the shoulder square. Get a stretch in the IT pan and the glute. You guys will do 60 seconds per side there. And that is pre-workout mobility. So we only really have one movement to talk about here today, the dumbbell thruster. So not a very complicated movement, but very effective. So you guys will be in that front rack position with the dumbbells. All right, the biggest thing here, guys, is controlling the breathing as best you can and maintaining good mechanics. So as we squat, we want the hips to travel back and down at the same time, being explosive through the middle and then punching the dumbbells overhead. All right, so as he does this, you want to think about constantly breathing throughout the movement. Try not to hold your breath. The weight shouldn't be too aggressive where you can't breathe. You're having to like the whole time. Breathe throughout the movement, especially when we get overhead. Now, As he squats, it's very imperative that he maintains a good upright position. So we kind of have a tendency to want to shoot forward onto the toes, guys. It's going to push your torso forward, making the weight feel a whole lot heavier, and you'll probably end up driving the dumbbells out in front of the body. So kind of sit back to help get that torso as vertical as possible. And then lastly, make sure you guys are using the leg drive and not pressing early. So kind of show a bad rep there for Mikhail, kind of pressing early. So he's making that to more like a shoulder press movement. You want them out relaxing over as best you can, driving the hips, popping those dumbbells off the shoulders as best as we can there. All right, so that'll be your dumbbell thruster. Now, if you guys only have one dumbbell or one kettlebell, what you guys can do here today, just like we did on Wednesday with the kettlebell swings, is you guys can do half, roughly half with one side and then roughly half with the other side. So he would do 13 dumbbell thrusters. All right, so he'll go down, single arm. It's going to be obviously a little bit easier in the way of since they don't have as much weight here today. But it's still going to be a tough workout just because you guys are having to get a little bit more unilateral movement in compared to having two dumbbells. So do 13 on one side, 12 on the other side. Ideally, if you can, try to remember which side you start off with and then change up the next round. So let's say you start with his right side on the first round, the second round he comes in. He wants to start off with that left side if you can and try to do all 13 reps and then 12 reps on the other side and continue that throughout the workout here today. And that is movement demo. Finishing strong on our Friday for extra credit and post-workout mobility. You guys have 15 curl presses. So you'll have a pair of dumbbells. You'll do like a hammer curl. You'll then press it overhead and then reverse out of that to that front rack and then back down again. You'll do 15 reps there. If you only have one dumbbell or one kettlebell, you do just 15 on one side, 15 on the other side. Obviously modify as needed, guys. If you only have one weight and that gets a little too aggressive, you can always bring down the volume down to 10 or 8, whatever it may be there. From there, you guys are going to move into, single leg RDLs. You're going to do 10 and 10 single leg RDLs. So what it's going to look like here, you're going to have one dumbbell. You can probably go a little heavier on this compared to the curl to press. Whatever arm the dumbbell is in, that same leg is going to travel back. So if it's in his right hand, his right leg is going to travel back, all right? Making contact if you can, and back to the top. You want to control this movement, guys, like we talked about before, is I'd like to really think about being aggressive with that leg being kicked back as quick as possible and getting that leg high. Now, you don't necessarily have to go all the way down the floor. You can have some tight hamstrings. You can stop somewhere about mid-shin, knee level, and come back to the top. So if you feel any tension in that low back, you're probably compensating and rounding your spine to go lower. Only feel that tension in the hamstrings as we lower down. We'll do 10 reps per side, and you'll go through that for 3 sets. Once we finish that out, your post-workout mobility is just a half kneeling forward fold. So he'll have on the knee, he'll then have the other leg straight and just fall forward. They'll do 1 minute per side. Try to relax the neck, get your torso to fall down as much as possible. And you're going to finish off with an overhead wall stretch. You can do elevated cat stretch if you want to. Just the hands on the wall, driving the chest down, keeping the belly tight, and you'll camp out there for 1.5 minutes. And that's our Friday Fun Day.